I am Dr.T.SUMATHI, Department of Zoology. This slide we have known about the subject is evolution. The subject for third BSc Zoology students. It is very interesting topic. Normally you know about the what is meant by evolutions, and that evolutionary significance also very important. Any one of the living organisms day by day they have to growing, that is called evolutions. The evolution is really about the human beings and also all the animals. It's very important. What are the characters is changed, what are the characters is formed first from modern man, that is called evolution. First we have to know about the fossil. A fossil is any preserved remaining impression or trace if any one of the organism, mainly living organism, it also explain the geological age of that organism, that is called fossils. We know about the fossil, at the same time we have to know about the what are the age, which regions, which place, which timing they have to living in the world. That is very important for fossils. For example, what are the materials we know about the fossils? Animal bone, shell, skeleton, another stone imprints of the animal, or any one of the microbes, any one of the object is preserved in the amber, another any one of the hair, any one of the petrified wood, that is also remaining the DNA. These are the things also we have to know about the fossils. Totally, normally the fossils is known as fossil record. The fossil record means we have to identifying these particular things used for fossils. Normally fossil formed a plant matter or bone of the organism because the soft tissues is decay and the formation of fossils. The bone also very soft and also calcareous things. It explaining the fossils. The different type of fossils is included. We have to dividing this type of organism have this type ones. We have to classified petrified fossil, mold or cast fossil, carbon film fossil, another one is a trace fossil, another one is a preserved remains, another one is a compression fossil, impression fossil and pseudo fossil. These are the fossil type. You know the pseudo means false. The appearance of the fossils is opened, but it does not explaining any one of the things. That is called pseudo fossil. Why we study about this fossil? What is the uses of this fossil? The fossils we have to gathering information about the life and evolutionary relationship of the all the organism. What is meant by evolutionary relationship? In normal young one stage to adult stage, in the year-wise era variation, that is called evolutionary relationship. For example, invertebrate to chordate or vertebrate. In invertebrate animals, you have so many phylum classes. The phyla also varied from another one thing. You know very well about the connecting link between the any one of the arthropod, molluscan, everything. What is the connecting link? The characters also occurs in the first one, say for example cylindrate, another one is the arthropod, that is called connecting link. The characters also occur, both of the characters also occur. Another one is a reptile, one of the birds, that is called archaeopteryx. That is one of the evolutionary relationship of the organism. Just we have to understanding the evolutionary relationship and the geological changes and even locating the fossil fuel reserve, everything also uses of the identification. Another prehistoric plant and animal is obtaining food and reproduce, even how they behaved, how they living, what are the food material they have to eaten, which type of habitat they have to follow, everything also we have to know about that type of fossils. Another, where are the fossil is found, where we find out and identify this type of fossil. Normally fossils is found exclusively in the sedimentary rocks, the rocks that form a sand, slit, mud and organic material lightly settle down of the water or air. It is formation of the layer and compactor into the rock material. For a fossil to form sediment, it must be cover the organisms it quickly, because already I told you the soft materials in the body, it is the formation of the sediment. What are the uses of this sediment? Just we have to protecting the sediment remaining the anyone of the scavenging of the animal, or erosion of the raining, or erosion of the soil and decay material. That is very important. After that, we didn't identify this type of fossils occur from this one. Most often the fossils included hard tissue, that is bones, teeth, shells and wood material also, and at the same time the soft tissue, it is rarely preserved, but the footprint and other it is make a soft and it can fossilize too. The footprint also, the animal footprints also, we have to call the puck mark. That is puck mark. What is the uses of this puck mark? The puck mark is identified this particular animal have the footprint, and this particular animals is living in these places. And that is one of the evidences for fossilizations and fossil occur in that places, the living animal occurring that some of the periods in that particular places. Normally our country, in the China is the largest country, that is China is a hotspot for Cretaceous fossil. The fossils are, that is a hotspot of the places means now so many fossils identification occurs in the China, and the site has hosted 20 million years early in the Cretaceous fossil, including and amazingly is a detailed fossil of feather of dinosaur like Sinosauropteryx that have spurred a scientific re-evaluation of the relationship between the dinosaur and birds. Some of the dinosaurs look like feathers. That is one of the example already I told you, that is Archaeopteryx. The birds also coming from the reptiles. After birds also developed, after that mammals also developed. That is one of the example of China, the formation of the fossils, and also that is called hotspot of the places in the China. That is completed the fossil and fossilization. That's very important in your subject. We have to be interested and known about the subject. Another one of the topic, mimicry and coloration. That is varied from the, that is one of the topic of the evolution. Very interesting topic, mimicry and coloration. Already you know the what is meant by mimicry. Just we have to mimic of anything, repeated of any one of the words, any one of the sound, that is called mimicry. At the same time, coloration means that is adapted for background color, that is called coloration. Mimicry is the similarity of one organism to another, that enhance the mimics to fitness through the effect on the behavior of the third party or any one of the operator. Behaving like another person, that is called mimicry. The animals also same, looking at another animal. The birds also looking at another animal. Snake also looking at that. Butterfly also looking. In so many examples to mimic the another organism. In evolutionary biology, the mimicry is an evolved resemblance between the organism and another object. Often the organism is another species. Normally the mimicry may evolve between the different species or between the individual of the same species. The mimicry and coloration also have the two basic type of descriptive coloration. First one is a cancelling coloration or camouflage, in which this organism is blent into the surrounding. It adapted for the surrounding. A very good example of the chameleon, the green color, and another one is a tree bark color also. They have to adapted. So many tree leaf insect also looking like a trees. That is one of the very good example of the coloration. The mimicry not hidden, but rather to present the false identity. It resembles the other species. This is one of the very good example of the mimicry and coloration. First picture shows the leaf insect that look like a leaf shape and leaf color also, but it is a insect. That is one of the mimicry, very good example. In base also snake, That is one of the poisonous snake, another one is a non-poisonous snake. The snake crate also varied, the color also same, but the character also varied. Already I told you, same species but different individual. Next picture also, insect, Drosera permani, Drosera indica, 2 insectivorous plant. That insectivorous plant also in taking of the insects, just they have to have some sticky substances, eating of the insect and sucking the juices. That is called Drosera permani, Drosera indica, the insectivorous plant. The insect also look like any one of the part. Another these butterflies, the monarch butterfly, the moth also, the character also, and the external appearance also same, the character also varied. One of the moth, another one is a butterfly. This is a very good example of the mimicry and coloration. Speciation. This is one of the evolution topic, species formation, that is called speciation. The speciation occurs when a group within the species, just they have to separate it from other member, and the species developed their own unique characters. The different organism, any one of the organism, any one of the living animals occur in the same places, they have to adapt to formation of new things. It have their own unique characters, that is called speciation. The demand of different environment or characteristic of the member, it also formation of new group and differentiate the new species. It from ancestor, not any one of the animals suddenly form. It is coming from ancestor, that is called speciation. The formation of new distinct species, it have the variant of the speciation. They have 4 group of speciation we have to broadly divided. One is the allopatric, peripatric, parapatric, sympatric. This is a speciation pattern. Normal, the speciation is how a new kind of plant or animals, everything and any one of the new species is created. They have to explaining everything for the 4 species. The speciation occurs when a group within a species separated from other members, the species and develop their own unique characters also. It does not resembling the same characters, it have the own unique character. Any one of the food habit, adaptation, any one of the things for any one of the young ones formation, everything also varied from that ancestor species. This picture shows what is the meaning of the allopatric, peripatric, parapatric and sympatric speciation. First picture, first row indicate original population of all the animal. Next one is a initial step of the speciation. Mean in allopatric species, the animal normally formation. After that, one individual to form a barrier, in between a barrier. After evolutionary reproductive isolation, they have to isolate it for 2 separate species. New distinct species is formation of the lastly. At the same, in peripatric species, new individual, one of the individual formed. At the same time, it does not formation of barrier in between. Only new niche entered. New character of the species is attached from that species 1. After that, the new niches isolated from that one. That it is a very important, we have to note that particular niche species have this very preferable old ancestor character and a new character also, and it is formation of new distinct species fully ancestral and new characters. Another one is a parapatric species. In this species is totally varied from before the 2 species, and the new niche is entered in that population. The adjustment of the niche and also they have to attach. It does not detach. That's very important. After formation of new distinct species as usual. Another one is a sympatric. It is a very amazing. Normal population species is occurs, original population. Initial step of the speciation is a formation is a genetic polymorphism. This means another one of the species come and it collaborate with this species. Within the species they have the formation of polymorphism. Within the population they have to not in between attached. Within the species they have to formation new population. After that there are two distinct variation of the species formed. These are also very good example to explaining what are the species formed in the earth. We have to new species, how they are formed in the speciation, that is a allopatric, peripatric, parapatric, another one is a sympatric. There is another topic is a evolution of the horse. Already I told you what is meant by evolution. Day by day they have the changes in the body, both external and internal structures also. We have to divide this type of species, evolutionary era and also the time million of years taking to formation of new character and new species in the particular animal, and also they have to develop in the external appearance like height, weight, eyes, legs, everything also varied. After that they have to form, it depends upon the external appearance, they have to modify the food habit and also movement and uses of the habitats, everything also varied, and we have to uses of this horse also varied. Evolution of horses, the phylogenetic sequences in the evolution of horse is dependent on the environmental conditions. This picture shows the legs also not lengthy, it also have the some bending. Hyracotherium or Eohippus lived in the marshy forest with abundant soft vegetation and protection. This is one of the horse species living in the marshy forest. Due to normally climatic change, the declination of the number of the forest also increases. As a result, the Hyracotherium species of horse had a shift to land and hot grasses. Already they are living in the marshy forest. Some climatic change, it is shifted over to normal land, living human being land and hard grasses. You know very well about the animal, which food particles is present in the surrounding. They have to intaking of the food material and living and changing the characters also possible. Hence the molar teeth, these organisms became longer, stronger and saw like a chew grasses. Because the hard grasses only avail in the particular places, though they have to adapt at that time also have the teeth also adapted to chewing the food material. It also very strong and longer also. Another one is a neck and snout became longer, keep the eye on the enemies, just they have to identifying the enemies and escaping from the enemies. At the same time, the legs became modified to assist fast running in the open ground. That is very important for running of the horse. After that, modern horse also we have to use for running purposes. The modern horse is started Eohippus. That Eohippus is evolving the 5 years ago in the Eocene epoch, North America. The first species was fox-sized species named the Eohippus. Not normal right now horse level. That is small size, looking like a fox. The fossil is helped to deriving this information. One of the scientists, Richard Owen, the paleontologist, found in the one who study about the evolution. That person is called a paleontologist, found in the first fossils. They have to identifying mainly on the evolutionists, the fossils. That is called paleontologist. The Eohippus in the year in 1841, he renamed the species of Hyracotherium. The spread through the where it is present in the Eohippus, Hyracotherium, Asia and Europe also. The primitive horse differ from the modern horse. We have to identify the main characters. One is a smaller body, another one is a 4 limbs, another one is a incomplete cement, no serration upon the molar teeth. What is the size of the smaller body? Only 40 centimeter height and the head and neck region also. Normally 4 limb and the 4 hind limb and 3 nailed digits also occur, and incomplete cement, the serration, the formation of teeth also differ. The Eohippus adapted the above mentioned character as they lived in the marshes and have feed grassy vegetation. Another one of the developed species is called Mesohippus. This Mesohippus arose Fracotherium during the Oligocene about 3 crore years ago. Normally, it is very long period. And this character of the Mesohippus, the size of the looking like a modern sheep. Already in the Hyracotherium is looking like a fox-like structure. These also developed from that one modern sheep. All its limb, it have the 3 nailed digit. The middle digit is a longer and other, and it is supported most of the body weight also. The molar teeth had some serration also occur because the molar teeth adapted for eating of the grasses in the places. Another advanced species is the Merychippus. The Merychippus form evolved from the Mesohippus. The Miocene period also it is occurs. Normally 2 crore years ago they have the formation. It had a following characters. Merychippus was size looking like a mule. You know about the mule, that is a crossing of the animal horse and one is a donkey, that is called mule. Its limb also had the 3 digit, with the middle one is a longer than others, but the digit have the hoof instead of the nail. Instead of the nail, it looks like a hoof-like structure. Only this digit could touch the ground and supported the entire body. The remaining digits were useless and reduced. These did not touch the ground, only the running of the time walking of the time, normal digit only, the hoof digit only uses. The molar teeth were larger and well developed cement and serration also, because they have to use the molar teeth oftenly for eating grasses, though it is also developed. Pleohippus, this form evolved from Merychippus about 50 lakh years ago. Above species also we have known about crore of the years. This only 50 lakh years ago. Pleohippus was somewhat the larger than present day mule. It is the following characters. First one is a limb had single, and also it have the hoofed digit. The rest were reduced the small splint bones and hidden beneath the skin. Below the skin they have to hide. What are the teeth? The molar teeth were long and well developed to cement and serration. Another one is a modern horse, and the equus evolved from the Pleophus about 9 to 10 years ago during Pliocene in North America. It is spread throughout the world except the Australia. The equus, the species found in all the places except Australia. What is the character of this one? Height also very high. It is a 1.5 meter height, longer neck and snout. The molars also well developed and limbs also well developed, not hoofed. The limbs have single hoofed digit only present, not all the limbs are hoofed. Other digits have disappeared. The topic, the evolutionary of horse also very interesting, and we have to know about what are the horse developed from that period, crore like period to modern horse. Right now modern horse also we have to use as for many purposes. That is uses of these horse, very long animals and also very fast animals. The food habit also very good food habit. Topic, origin of evolution of man. This topic also known about ourselves. That is a very interesting topic. We have to know about ourselves, how the man is the evolutionary significance developing from the evolutionary man. That normally you know very well about where the man human being developed from that animal. That animals is called ape, ape, not in monkey. Somebody is told we are developing a monkey. This is totally wrong. We are developing the characters from the ape. The human system, normally modern human, before that humans how they developed in the stages. Evolution of man, the human evolution is the lengthy process of change by which people originated from the ape-like ancestor. Already I told you, ape-like characters also we have it. Scientific evidences shows that the physical and behavioral traits is shared by all the people is originated from ape-like ancestor and evolved over a period of approximately 6 million years ago. Just we have known about the ape character, not nearly years, crore years, that is 6 million years ago. Now, normal human modern man is called Homo sapiens. The most prominent species of the earth result 7 million years ago, the evolution of the human being, all the known about the species changes. The traces of the human evolution have been obtained through the fossil record. What are the character we have to identify? Morphologically we have to identify, physiologically we have to identify, at the same time very important embryologically studies. Why we known about the embryological studies? That is very important too. The character is transfer from one generation to another generation. It also explaining the formation of morphological, physiological changes in the body. Another one is a man belong to the family Hominidae. That is a order is a primates. Hominidae, family also Hominidae, order also primates group. Human like apes belong to the same order. With the passage of the time, the ancestor normally evolved from the more and more different species. The first ever ancestor human is believed to have originated in the Africa, evenly migrating to the Europe and Asia and the rest of the world. They have to spread that. Right now also most of the people look like very dark in the Africans. After they have to formation of Asians. Right now we are also living in the Asians form. This picture shows to explaining first Triopithecus, another one is Ramapithecus, Australopithecus, Homo habilis, Homo erectus, Homo sapiens fossils, Homo sapiens sapiens. That is a Homo. Right now our name also Homo sapiens sapiens, that is called modern man. Triopithecus, that ape-like structure, where it is they have to live. 20 to 25 million years ago, they have to live living human being called Triopithecus. Another Ramapithecus person is living in 14 to 15 million years ago. After that developed, that person is called Australopithecus. That means 5 million years ago. That time also we have to identify 1.5 meter height and 600 cc. That's very important. Why they noted the 600 cc? That is a brain capacity. Another one is a Homo habilis. 2 million years ago that person is living. That person also have the 72 cc. Another Homo erectus. That Homo sapien, Neanderthals also they are dividing this one. That time also 850 million years ago, some 1.7 million years ago, 852,300 cc developed the human brains. At the same time, Homo sapiens fossil, 34 years ago only, not million years. That time the characters and brain maturity also developed. Normal modern human being called Homo sapiens sapiens. We are also have the brain maturity. This picture flowchart shows what are the evolutionary significance, evolutionary changes in the human being mainly depends upon the brain maturity. What are the brain we have to use us? Earlier ancestor species that is have been discovered. The fossils dating of the back, that is a more than 4.4 million years old. The detail of the human evolutions are still debated. The fossil evidences in many ancestors quite vague. In fact, the human evolution tree more accurate and also it have the drawn from the evolutionary bush. Who identified these ones are the same scientist Charles Darwin. The fact also human evolved from the apes, although many controversy also occur. That is furthermore the concept is missing link between the apes and human was considered the preposterous by scientists and evolved alongside the great apes. However, we do have a common ancestor and lived roughly 7 million years ago. Furthermore, the evolution of the point, the presence of nodal fossils, that fossils only the meaning of the human, it evolved evolutionary gradually, and also some of the body changes is occur in the suddenly. It one of the evidences of evolutionary man. The process of the human evolutions, it is a series of the changes causes the species to either adapt of the one of the environment or become it may be extinct. This evolution is a result of changes in the genetic material of human. It does not change in the single organism, but all the entire group of the organism belong to the same species it also formed. Normally, man is originated through the several stages. Already I told you, we have to explain in the return. It is the Dryopithecus first man, earliest ancestor of the man. They were found in the some part of the Africa, Asia and Europe. Normally, the evolution of the man began with him. The Dryopithecus was followed by the Australopithecus. These Australopithecus have the 1.2 meters tall and could walk upright. They inhabited the African mainland, the Acres. They had a large jaw and human-like teeth also. This is the evolution of man, Homo habilis. This picture also you have to identify. They have to uses of the stone. The formation first they have to uses of the stone and formation of the fire. The Homo habilis, the 5 feet tall and could make use of tools. They are believed have been able to speak. That person only able to speak. Before that person they cannot speak. After that they have to identifying the words. What are the tools they have to uses? The uses of the tools only hunting purposes. They have to use a sharp any one of the knife. Homo erectus, that person more evolved being. They were also and the position also upright and larger brain size also larger, and they had a prominent speech. Their speech, they tried to speak prominently. They invented fire and were carnivorous. Carnivorous means they are eating the food materials. You know very well about the herbivorous, carnivorous and omnivorous also. Carnivorous means flesh eating human being. Before that maybe a chances the herbivorous animals. The Homo sapiens, these are the modern man. They developed the power of thinking used tools, where the omnivores, already I told you carnivores, this person also omnivore. Omnivore means they have to eat both plant and flesh material. It is produced a art. They have drawing anyone things. The brain size is also 130 cc. Neanderthals, the Homo sapiens is the only extant species of the hominin in around today, and also few thousands of years the formation of new species exists along the anatomically modern human being. The Neanderthals person also, the Homo florescens also, Denisovans, everything the species present. Today, normally scientists consider Neanderthals to be more subspecies of the human rather than a completely separate of the species. Among all the living animals, man has the best characteristic and qualities. Compare than before the animals, it is the single species having the knowledge and wisdom to control all other species also. They have to capable to reasoning, rational thought also. The human being or the accept our environment and most relevant to every child of the man. That is very important because we should conserving the nature. After that we have to use the particular places. This concluded this evolution of the man. In geological standard, the modern human are the young species. The oldest fossil fit the criteria. The Homo sapiens of the genus, the modern human back roughly in the years also varied for 4 lakh and 5 lakh and millions of years also. Normally ape developed from the previous primate that were largely arboreal. Arboreal means they living in the trees, that is called arboreal, and that is called tree dwelling. Some 20 million years ago the human apes is taxonomically living in the arboreal. So that is a very interesting topic. We have to know about ourselves, what are the human being, stage by stage they have to develop picture forelimb also in the hand, that is look like hand in the land. After that, straight erect position. Next stage also, the uses of the hand, the formation of the forelimb is there. Casually they have the formation, and also erect position, it is reduced the length also. In the modern human also we have the uses of the brain and uses of the dressing sense also, everything. The human evolution is very amazing. This is the evolution of the man's picture shows. Thank you guys. Thank you for watching.